Get excited! This is Chris Manley, author of the award winning books Resumes for Children 17 Years Old and Under and The Fragrance of a Girl's World. And today we are going to talk in this video about 7 ways to celebrate your son. What are little boys made of? Snips and snails and puppy dogs' tails. We have to give kudos to those snips and snails and puppy dogs' tails that make up our sons. When was the last time you thought about celebrating your son? We celebrate little girls more often than we celebrate our little boys. We expect our little boys to grow up and be big men. And if that's the case, we need to positively impact them daily toward manhood. Letting little boys know how important they are helps to set a positive imprint on their minds, boosts their self esteem, helps to create avenues of success, and creates that man of a woman's dreams. Let's get into this. Number one, taking children out to dinner to celebrate them is much more fun and makes the children feel like big shots because they are big shots in their own little world. Allow your son to choose the restaurant if it's not a wallet buster. Allow him to choose the night out and what time the family will arrive at the restaurant. This will help foster time management skills not only for himself, but for others. Have him get with each family member to arrange a good time that each member is available. Do give your son a limit on the cost of the dinner. That is, some kids can break the bank. They can break that bank when it comes to ordering food. To ramp the celebration up a notch, invite some of your son's friends and their parents. But there's a catch. They must pay for their own meals. If you've invited the parents of your son's friends, then have a table for the adults and have a table for your son and his friends. Have it close by. Let the restaurant know ahead of time that you're celebrating your son and see if it has a discount for kids' parties. Decorations are in order. Don't forget those decorations if possible. So, this is where you overwhelm and not underwhelm in the decorations. Don't forget to email, evite, or physically mail out invitations. Number two, give your son an award. Let's hear it for the boy. There's an old song by that title sung by an artist called Denise Williams. See if you can find it on YouTube. It is really, really adorable. Craft an award created for your son that is a plaque, trophy, gift card, or a certificate. Award your son with an investment. That could be cryptocurrency, gold bullion, silver bullion. Award your son with stocks, shares in companies. Visit a website, it's called giveashare.com, or there's another website called uniquestockgift.com. Here's how they work. You'll review a list of companies in which a share of stock can be purchased. You can purchase one share of stock. Choose companies in which you want to purchase the stock, but make sure that the company offers a DRIP. A DRIP, DRIP, that's a direct reinvestment program in which you can take the dividend checks and reinvest them to purchase more stock. This is a great option for your son. On the website for giveashare.com, you'll see the company description, and in that description, it will state whether that company has a DRIP. You won't have to search for that information, it's right there for you. If the award can be displayed, find a place in the home where all eyes will see the award. Put your son's award on social media, on his resume, or email it out to friends and family. Make a banner and place it in the front yard. You know those big, super huge banners? They're graduation banners, but have it state, the best son in the universe. Award your son with the gift of education with an online class, a financial magazine subscription, or some type of kids' leadership event. Ever heard of a mastermind group? It's a group of individuals that think alike, keep each other accountable, are pursuing activities that will bring success and prosperity, and search for ways to serve others in business. Find one of these groups for your son. Great men who have started businesses were and still are part of mastermind groups. Think of out of the box things. Number three, have a boys' night in. If your son is old enough, give him a boys' night in with his friends or have a father and son night in. Testosterone to the hilt. Prepare your son's favorite foods. Have his favorite music. Have his bestie there. Have his favorite sports paraphernalia. Provide a space for the event and decorate it with your son's favorite things. To make the night in more nostalgic, have it recorded or a photographer on hand. Create a collage of the night's festivities and display the collage in a conspicuous place or area in the home. Number four, write your son a poem, frame it, hang it. Let your son know how you really feel about him through the written word. Be a wordsmith. Think flowery, sweet, think precious, not corny. If you are unable to place your thoughts on paper, get someone to write the poem for you or find one already written from a stationery store. They still exist. Look online. Your poem doesn't have to rhyme. It can be funny, a little crazy, or a little silly. Hang the poem in a conspicuous place in the home. Don't limit your son's poem to paper. Read it to a digital device so he'll hear your voice as a keepsake. Number five, gift your son with books about boys. Am I right about it? That's right. Say it loud with a book. Gift your son with a fantastic book about him. There are so many choices for books on the joys of boyhood, and so many wonderful books written by fathers in particular. If your son doesn't have a physical mentor, then get him a written mentor through books. Give him a virtual mentor through lectures from great men. YouTube, Academic Earth offer free lectures. I bet you didn't know that a book can be a mentor. They make wonderful mentors. Books can be visited as often as you like. They talk to you if you allow. Books are 24/7. They're always awake, and they always want to be bothered. Investigate books written by men and women to get two perspectives on boys. Can't afford physical books? Then download ones for your son off the internet. Since kids are tech savvy, provide your son with an audiobook subscription. Here are some suggestions for some books. Swagger by Lisa Bloom. The Jewish Phenomenon by Steve Silbiger. The Dangerous Book for Boys by Hal Igludin. The Double Dangerous Book for Boys by Cone Igludin. Number six. Ever heard this statement? If you knew better, you could do better. What your son does not know can hurt him. You might be thinking, what opportunities are out there that are available to my son? How do I find out about these opportunities? You must be a sleuth and investigate activities, jobs, funding for your son's interests. Let technology work for you by performing internet searches. Look up what wealthy or rich children do in their spare time. Research careers, jobs, internships, mentorships, apprenticeships that are available to your son. How can your son get a college education without the large tuition bill? Or if college is not an option, then what other training is available to your son for his future success? Do you know there are tuition-free colleges and universities? Check out my website, resumesforchildren.com. I wrote an article on tuition-free colleges and universities, and you'll be pleasantly surprised. There are trade schools that offer certifications, which include those for plumbing, electrical, carpentry, automotive, construction, large equipment operation, an aircraft mechanic, just to name a few. Some plumbers make a six-figure salary. Of course, opening up a business is a great opportunity. Research trophy companies that may have opportunities for children. And some of those trophy companies are Disney's Dreamers Academy. You've got Coca-Cola, Amazon, Microsoft, the Boys and Girls Club, just to name a few. Opportunities are not always out in plain sight. You have to dig for them. Please do not forget that books, magazines, vlogs, blogs, subscriptions to newsletters, meetup groups, mastermind groups, documentaries, networking events, and speaking events offer a tremendous plethora of opportunities for your son. Number 7, celebrate haberdashery. The way a person dresses speaks volumes about him. Let the way your son dresses be a way of respecting himself. Ever heard the saying, does that person own a mirror at home? Meaning, did he or she look in the mirror before he or she left the house? Haberdashery can celebrate your son's unique interests, his sense of style, or his sense of creativity. Celebrate your son through a new wardrobe that screams success, confidence, and adventure. Teach your son not to go with the crowd when it comes to his clothing. He wants to blend out, not blend in. Also, when a person dresses a certain way, he or she is treated very differently. The way a person dresses can make them or break them. A person's dress can attract people or repel people. The way your son dresses is a visual resume for others to see and to judge. Yes, people do judge a book by its cover. And please remember, your son's success is a marathon, not a sprint. This is Chris Manley, over and out, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm asking you to please share.